just got cold feet. I'm sorry that I put you in this situation. I'm really glad you came back.
So, you feeling like marrying me into this?
Marriage is a big thing. It's a big thing.
Well, so is breaking the law, Mike. After finally explaining to Natalie why he called off the wedding, he proposed the idea that she stays in America past the 90 days without them getting married. And on top of that, he thought a lawyer would tell them that that's okay.
Is it terrible if we go past the 90 days? I mean, it's not like they're going to come take her out of my house, right? I mean, there's thousands of people here on visas right now.
I don't recommend that.
Now, they're considering getting married just so Natalie won't be in the country illegally. I wonder how Tamra feels about all of this. She just drove 6 hours in one day for them to try to work something out now. I have so many thoughts on this. Why couldn't Mike just stick to his decision and let Natalie go? It made me ask myself, why is it so hard for us to let go of relationships that we know we really don't want? Why? We're gonna talk about it. Plus, we're gonna take a look at the couples who went ahead and made the decision to say I do.
Oh my God. You ready?
Look at me, you want to say I'm ready? I make a flower for me. Show me a flower.
All of the weddings were beautiful, but there was one in particular that really stood out to me. I'll tell you why in just a few. Hey 90 Day Fans fam, it's Melicia. This episode was so good. And no, I'm not just saying that. We had Natalie and Mike's drama playing out like a Lifetime movie, and weddings here and there to remind us that, okay, there is still some hope for love when it comes to this 90-day cast. But before we get into that, let's take a look at what happened when Natalie found out she had to go back to Mike's house.
Unfortunately, I can't take cards with the other person's name on it.
Even he paid for it. Oh no. You might have to go back to his house. Okay.
I cannot do this to myself.
At this point, it's night. Natalie and Mike's friend Tamara are 3 hours from his house, and they're pretty much out of options.
I don't know where I go. What will happen to me? I don't have much money with me. I have no credit cards. I cannot stay with Tamara because she has a full house and there is no space for me.
Wait, we have to rewind. Natalie said she didn't have much money on her and she didn't have any credit cards. Where was she going? She didn't need to go anywhere. What? You're about to travel across the world during the middle of a pandemic. There's no guarantee you're gonna get into your country and you're basically empty-handed? That is a setup. Maybe it's a good thing she got sent back to Mike's house.
We're here.
We're here.
When she arrived late that night, he asked her to turn off the cameras. I assumed that once they woke up that morning, he was gonna get into his car, drive her to Seattle so she can get on her flight to Europe. But no. The moment I saw Natalie looking comfortable in Mike's kitchen, my reaction was the cats exactly. Oh goodness, she is really back. Mike was happy Natalie was there. Look at him. He was wiggling his toes and everything. Look at him. These two are something else.
Any chance you think we could sit down and talk, baby?
Yep, and then he called her baby. And she answered.
About what?
Talk about yesterday.
Mike went on to explain that he called off the wedding because he was nervous. Natalie insisted that it had to be something else. But after Mike assured her that it wasn't, there was this moment where we could see that on top of being hurt, Natalie was also pretty embarrassed, knowing that one day we were gonna see this.
I got rejected twice before the wedding. Everybody's gonna laugh at me. For what? What did I do?
No one's gonna laugh at you.
What did I do, Michael?
No one's gonna laugh.
What is my fault?
Nothing's your fault. I was an ass. I'm sorry that I put you in this situation. I love you very much. I don't mean to hurt you.
Natalie ended up forgiving Mike, which I think is only right. Because let's be real here. We know why Mike doesn't want to marry Natalie. She called him low class, among many other things. Now, I'm not saying that's any excuse for the way he's handling the situation, but all I'm saying is that karma is real. And I think Natalie knows that. At this point, it's a matter of hours before Natalie's visa is up. And Mike has made it clear that he wants her to stay. So the next day, they called a lawyer to weigh their options.
I mean, with the news and everything going on, like I've kind of seen that they're not holding people responsible or sending them back because of the coronavirus. And she's worried to be illegal, as she says, tomorrow. And I'm saying that she could stay longer.
You will have unlawful presence
Because you will not have married and filed your paperwork within the 90 days.
If I'm not getting married to Mike, I'm considered as a criminal here, like I break the law. I'm not okay with that. To be honest, I'm angry to be with someone and rely on someone who cannot make a decision.
Natalie took that anger out on the lawyer, who basically told her, hey, sweetie, the law does not care about your feelings.
I understand you're in a totally very high stress situation.
No, you don't understand. He canceled wedding 2 hours before the wedding. I don't feel secure.
Just listen to her.
He's been changing his mind all the time. It's not okay. I mean, it's not okay with me. Can you please, I don't know, suggest me what to do?
That's not really a legal question. That's a personal decision that you need to make.
Well, fast forward to later on that day, Mike was still being indecisive, knowing that they have less than 24 hours before Natalie would be breaking the law. I couldn't even imagine someone dangling my future in front of me like it's a piece of fruit. Mike, you had 90 days, and before that, you had a few years. So if you don't know now, it's not it. Natalie went to him nicely, just asking him to make a decision. Either buy me a ticket home or tell me you're going to marry me. And Mike responded by saying that he's still processing it. No, there's no more processing anything. You know the answer. You just don't want to accept what you know. That brings more misery. They say when you know better, you do better. And when you do better, you experience better. Mike obviously needs to work on trusting himself more, trusting his gut. Next week, it looks like Natalie and Mike might really be getting married.
I feel like everything that could go wrong went wrong. Oh my God. I'm not sure that Michael is going to marry me.
Knowing Mike, he probably still isn't sure. All right, let's go ahead and feel the love in the air for a moment. Julia and Brandon tied the knot in a beautiful church ceremony. Brandon's grandfather was there and Julia's parents virtually attended. When it comes to the vows, Julia wrote hers in English and Brandon wrote his in Russian, which brought Julia to tears.
Я люблю тебя, а ты мне нужен сейчас и навсегда.
Oh my God. This is make me cry because this is so cute. This is, oh my God, this is like, I don't explain, like cute.
They shared a number of kisses. And of course, Betty was emotional. It was so sweet. Now, Zied made sure his hair was perfect for his big wedding day to Rebecca. And although she was worried about her dress at first, she looked lovely.
Zied, will you have Rebecca to be your wife as long as you both shall live?
Yeah.
I do. And Rebecca, will you have Zied to be your husband as long as you both shall live?
Yeah, I do.
This journey has been long and hard for those two. So it was nice to see everything come together for them. All right, last but not least, Hazel and Tariq. This is the wedding that really stood out to me. We've seen this couple come such a long way, from Hazel barely wanting Tariq to touch her, to them now becoming man and wife. Hazel was worried about her parents not showing up virtually, but they did. And besides the fact that she looked gorgeous, her vows included Tariq's daughter.
Oi.
Diary. I promise I'll be loyal to you and a good wife and a stepmom to Ari. I love you both forever and ever.
Oh, I know that meant so much to him. All right, well, there is one more couple other than Mike and Natalie who haven't tied the knot yet. Next week is Jovi and Yara's turn.
So are you excited to get married?
I feel because of Joey's work trip, we don't have a full 90 days to just figure out if we want to get married. Honestly, I don't know.
How do you think Yara's doing right now?
I don't know, I hope everything's good. I'm feeling nervous. The thoughts going through my mind right now, maybe I'm not making the right decision.
Only time will tell. All right, 90 Day Fans fam, make sure you stick with ET because as usual, we are covering it all. I will see you next time.